Well, it's definitely a spicy evening tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Things have taken an interesting turn, and we're going to have a special guest this evening. We'll touch on that a little bit more just coming up shortly, but we're going to continue off where we started last night, where we finished last night, I should say, where we were interviewing former guests. We're having those three gentlemen back on, and of course, we're going to start off with one of their stories. Now, once we've got the first story out the way, we'll probably bring on our very special guest and allow you guys to have a little bit of an interaction and a chat there. Now, our guest tonight is Holly. This is the ex-partner of Russ from Mckamey Manor, who released tapes and made some accusations and statements that I put out in that video. And she's very, very nervous, but is willing to come on and talk to us all. So, you know, I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited too. And we'll get a little bit of a chat going. I don't want any stress in the side chat. I just want this to be a pleasant experience. And we're not going to get into the meat of a lot of stuff. Like I say, Holly is really nervous. So I'd like to just bring everyone who is new to this story up to date with who Holly is, her experiences, her encounters, and things like that. And then throughout this week, throughout these streams and throughout the videos, we'll get into the meat and we'll start presenting what is provable, tangible evidence. Now, just in case you didn't know, we've got a merch store. And we've got a whole bunch of ways you lovely people can help support this channel, because I tell you something, this is how I feed my children. So if any of you guys want to sign up to the Patreon, there's a $1 tier link. Please do show any support that you can for us. So I would really appreciate it. If you don't have $1, that's fine too. Just like and share and just keep just sharing. That's the main thing.
And if you're on Facebook.
Yeah, nah, I don't do Facebook really.
No. Make sure you get over to YouTube.
Oh man, yeah. If you're watching this shit on fucking Facebook, right? Just you make sure you come over and here and you subscribe. None of this. Oh, someone will post it and I'll get the next. None of that. Okay, none of that. You fucking subscribe. Thank you, respectfully. So what I'm going to do is I was meant to meet everyone beforehand. Josh has finished work. I think Wolf's already in the side chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Wolf. We're going to let Wolf continue with his story. Then we'll have Holly come on, and then we'll touch base again with Josh. And then I think by that time, True Love should be back as well. So everyone will get fitted in. It's all good. It's just this whole evening has taken a weird body swerve. And I'd like to say as well, just for anyone who was worried, I have visually confirmed this is Holly, just so everyone knows, like definitely Holly. So I'm just going to do my sharing that I need to do. I'm very, very late being set up. I've got a new series coming out with a lady called Lucy Witts, who is the director and writer of Dragon's Den. She went through 10 years of sexual abuse from her stepfather from the age of 2 right the way up till she was 12, and gained the strength 30 years later to confront him and do a documentary about it. She is an incredible woman, and we're going to have a look into her whole story. So I don't know why as well. I seem to be on the wrong YouTube account. So that's interesting. So let's just switch back to the correct YouTube account. So yeah, I'm going to start do my shares that I need to do on the socials, because I should have done that beforehand, but I never got a chance to. If you guys can share it on your Facebook groups, that would be awesome. If there's any of the admin teams from any of the Facebook groups I'm part of, can you please just post this shit all over it? I don't quite know what the rules are, and I don't want to be that dickhead from YouTube that just starts posting shit all over your pages. So if you guys could do that for me as well, that would be amazing. I'm just ranting, filibustering me, posting shit on the internet right now, and we're almost done. We are almost done. I also dropped old Russ Mckamey a DM this morning, expressing my desire to interview that gentleman for this. So we'll see. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and try and track down Wolfstar. I'm pretty sure he was in the side chat. Wolfstar, if you're there, I have sent you a link on Discord if you want to come and join us. Maybe you're already down in the thing. Oh, Josh is there. Josh is already in. That's good. Right, so at least we can start off with Josh's story. So, Josh, are you there? Are you there, Josh? Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Josh, you have made it to the table first, my sir. So you have drawn from the hat first to continue your story. So, again, give us a quick recap of who you are. Tell us about your experience and 20, 25 minutes. Take your time and really go in depth, and let's hear what you've got. What you've got for us, brother.
All right. So yeah, I guess. I was going to take a tour, Mckamey Manor, and I learned about Mckamey Manor on MySpace, just like everyone else did. Well, a lot of us did. I was a big fan, love Russ, all that shit. I was on the Kool-Aid, as everybody likes to say. I got a tour scheduled. I did the interview with, I did a phone interview with Holly. I did a couple lives with Russ. Everything was good to go. I was going to go take a tour, and I got in a car accident on my way there.
Okay.
I sent pictures of my accident, and I actually did a live in a neck brace in the group. And so yeah, I guess then he kind of started shrugging me off, giving me the cold shoulder, kind of made me feel like shit. Like I did it on purpose or something. I don't know. But anyways, that's where the shade started. That's when I met Dan Truelove. To talk more about a follow-up tour I was going to take when I got a little better. And the more me and Dan talked, the realer shit started getting in the group. People started noticing inconsistencies. Can you stop? People started noticing inconsistencies. And obviously, I'm not going to subject myself to some shit like that if I think it's sketchy.
Absolutely.
So yeah, Dan... there was a girl, Lala, was going to take a tour. That's somebody you could maybe talk to. Lala was going to take a tour, and I was revealing stuff to her with another friend of mine about maybe backing out of her tour, that she wasn't going to get what she thought she was. As Dan talked about his Daniela tour that he came up with and all that. That's what she thought she was going to be getting, the really low-key stuff, I guess, in the beginning, or skipping that beginning stuff. So yeah, she ended up tattletelling me on me, and I got Public Enemy #1 in the group. So yeah, he posted me up talking all this shit about me, the same treatment everybody else has got. And I was kicked from the group, and shortly after that, a lot of people stood up for me, and it was really fucking awesome. It was the first time I'd really seen so many people stick up for somebody that was getting done the way they were. So I started a group called Truthers, and please stop.
Want to be on the stream?
Yeah. Hey, George.
What's up?
So, where was I? I'm sorry. My dog is a headache.
Yeah, you were. Oh man, your dog took my fucking goddamn brain as well, man. Like I'm the worst for this. You were saying that someone had basically told that I don't know something.
Yeah. I started. Lala told on me. Basically tattletailed on me that I was trying to get her to not take her tour and all that. So once I got ousted, I started the Truthers group. It started out as a like page on Facebook where we were just talking about my story, talking about other people's stories that were doing the same way. We got a pretty good following. A couple thousand people were following us at one point. Got so big, we made a group, kind of like the one you're in now. So yeah, that's when shit really started getting real. Like, we were putting good shit out. I mean, that's where I met Carol.
Yeah. Now, Carol and yourself had a really interesting conversation last night, and we'll make sure that we get links to your pages and things like that tonight. And I watched that whole thing. I recorded that whole thing, and it was a really interesting conversation. I think when my community, for those who haven't seen it, if they don't see it on your channel, certainly when we start pumping the videos out, they'll see it then. And it's a really interesting conversation. Like, you can just see that she has just been dragged through it, that woman, dragged.
Yeah. And like, I hate to put her in a position like that. I mean, it's good she's coming out. It's good she's doing this, but it just sucks seeing the pain on somebody's face, just having to relive shit they went through for 15 fucking years, man. I mean, it's really disheartening to know that people can do that to somebody for so long, and not just her. I mean, Holly got it too. His ex-wives apparently got it too. Um, so, I mean, it's like everyone who comes into contact with Russ ends up with the same stories. Like he milks them dry, throws them to the curves, and slut shames them. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Like you just makes you an enemy, discredits anything you ever say, and you're just a crazy. And
is that when you say discredit? I mean, I assume that is just him posting shit on his own Facebook page and dragging him people through the mud through his own community. Or does it go more than just within his community when he shit posts about people?
Oh, well, if you look on I'm sure you've seen Russ's YouTube page. I mean, he even went as far as to make videos on Dan and Frank, just literally just picking on them.
I've seen a lot of weirdly titled videos like Traitors and Exposed, and you think, oh, it's another exposed. Oh no, it's Mckamey Manor exposing community members and all this kind of like bottom of the barrel scraping nonsense.
Yeah, it's literally like being in an argument with a 16-year-old. And when people mention, like, you know, it's like a cult, the only really way you're going to understand it is if you get in this group and see the way these people follow this guy. I mean, he is literally like God to these people. He could slap a baby right in front of this entire group and they would be, oh, good for you, Russ. He was bullying you.
Just to let anybody know, if anyone ever sees anyone on popular social media platforms, YouTube or Facebook, anything like that, where there's any hint of influencer or somebody who owns the page asking communities to go after people publicly, that is a breach of terms of service, and it comes under some crazy thing like inciting terrorism or some shit. Like, so you can go really low blow. You don't have to take Russ down through the might of these massive charges. Like, I think we should go after not having a fucking fully qualified first aid assistant, probably having no insurance for the place. Let's just slap him with a massive fine from the Small Business Bureau. See if he likes that shit. Yeah, if he likes that for Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Like, these are all doable things. Like, I can't imagine he's going to whip out the paperwork for his insurance for his haunt. I can't imagine that he's going to have a registered first aider registered to the business. I just can't see it fucking happening.
And I mean, I know you heard a lot of that in the videos we did with Carol. I mean, she really said a lot of that shit. You know, he didn't pay his taxes. Like, you know, that's why the whole he didn't pay his taxes one year because Carol wouldn't do it. He didn't. Yeah. He's too stupid to do his own taxes. She always did it for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was something to do like a lien or something. I don't know. I'll let her tell you that. I forgot to tell you. I do.
Yeah, I just want to say as well, Wolf has joined us down in the bottom here. I just want to take this opportunity as well. StreamYard, the company we're streaming on just now, has given us 2 months of the premium Streamlab, StreamYard, for pushing out these stories and trying to sort of give the channel a little bit of help. So if anybody wants to sign up for StreamYard, if you do anything streaming like that on your own channels, there's a link in description. It really helps us out if you want to use any of these services, if you can use our links. But it's a good little platform, and you'll notice we've got our logo, we've got a nice background. It's nice. So yeah, but listen, what I'm going to do is, yeah, look at Cap there on these, beautiful. So just take another 5 minutes or so, Josh, and just kind of give us if you were going to give us the top 3 points that people want to have burned into their head from your experience. Give us your bullet points that we can kind of sear into our mind for the Josh experience with the Mckamey Manor and Russ.
All right. Well, I guess kind of first and foremost, this is something I wanted to tell you earlier, but I didn't get a chance. I do have like a screenshot confirmation. Carol is allowing anybody to use our videos, that interviews with her.
That's great. That's called a release form, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. We're talking legal allegations and release forms. Okay. Algorithm. Okay. We know what we're doing. Okay. loopholes and shit. Oh, another warning, the house has fused like 3 times already this evening, so if I do disappear, I will be back. I've just got verbal confirmation with Holly as well, Josh, that you're welcome to stay. Everything's not a problem. We're just going to move past all that shit. So I'm going to just grab Wolfen, who had a fantastic rant last night. I just want to just celebrate Wolf on his rant, the closing rant last night. I think you should just start up a channel where people just send you in ideas for products to just tear apart, mate. I think you've got a natural gift. I want to hear what you think about different breakfast cereals and why they're shit. I
can do that.
I would be compelled to watch that. I want to see you rip that shit apart in a rage.
I've got more rants for you today, man. So
all right, baby. All right. So
more rants. Good friends at T-Peak.
Thank you very, very much. Disco vodka time. Very nice. Yeah, thank you very much, Chef. Chef is one of our big channel producers. We're starting to move into the realm of recognizing those who kind of support the channel above and beyond, and Chef is one of those guys. So big shout out to Chef. Go and check out Chef's channel. Click on his name. Go check out his channel. Just throw him some love, because he is a lot of the reason why we can do what we do on this channel. Is Chef is a massive supporter. So.
His streams are great.
He's fucking hilarious, man. He's the guy that does the crazy. Also, I've got a second channel where I post like vlogs and like bullshit. If you want some more of that, go and check that out. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump back to Josh. He's going to give us his top sort of his 3 pointers of his experience with Rust. And we're going to jump in with Wolf. And then I'm going to just send Holly a link now and just get her involved as you're telling your story, Wolf. But we'll start off. We'll just let Jason finish off, and then we'll jump in with you. All right. Yes. Ron knows what he's doing. Yes. Okay. Carry on.
All right. So I guess like top 3 things. Definitely a common theme with everybody that's ever been involved with Rust, you end up in the same place. As to people asking, is it about the cult type shit? Like, the people that follow him are legitimately just a lot of, I'm not going to say they're just as messed up in the head as they are or he is, but he's a very manipulative dude. I mean, very manipulative. He seems stupid, but in the worst way, he's not. He knows, I think a lot of stuff he does, he doesn't think through all the way, but he knows how to manipulate a lot of people. And he knows how to play the victim very well. The stuff that people are saying about these beatdowns didn't really happen in San Diego. Yes, they did. Carol confirmed all that shit. So I don't know. I just think that a lot of this is something that I want to speak about, because it's going around crazy. Just people throwing around, what is this Rust pedo stuff? What is this Rust pedo stuff? Be very careful with that. Definitely be very careful with how you word that.
Yeah,
don't
absolutely.
say Russ is a pedophile. Do not say that. Say allegedly, like you say, allegedly.
Allegedly, there's been allegations of predatory, actions towards Russ that have come from an ex-partner, and not. I'm telling you now, okay. I am not bullshitting you. In fact, let me look you all in the face. I'm not bullshitting you. Like, I've got a couple of emails now that I will happily show you guys on this stream. About witnesses of people who live close to Russ, who've witnessed creepy behavior. Non-contact allegations. Non-contact allegations. I'm just saying it again. Non-contact allegations. Okay. So that's what it is. But what I'm going to do is, Holly's joined us down in the little bar down here. So Josh, if you just want to finish off what you're doing, we'll get Holly on so that she can get settled into the panel, and we'll let Wolf finish off his story from last night, and we can get started with Holly. I know Holly has got work in about an hour or so we just need to kind of.
I'd get Holly on first. I mean, she's the important one.
Yeah,
Get her
okay.
on. I can talk anytime, man.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Wolf.
definitely.
I appreciate that. So, Holly, I'm going to grab you on just now, and we'll just get you introduced, because Holly, welcome to the panel, and thank you so much for doing this. I know you're nervous, and I know it's taken a lot for you to do this, and I think I speak for everyone when I say thank you very much for doing this. And I've explained to everyone we're not going to go into too much this evening. We are going to do a follow-up story with you, Holly. We're going to keep gathering evidence and making sure that your points can be put across. So this evening, just tell us who you are. Tell the people that maybe are just starting out this journey in the Mckamey Manor saga. Tell us who you are, your relationship that happened with Russ, and we'll kind of go through this naturally. Now, if it's all right with you, I'm going to make you full screen so everyone can see you. If that freaks you out or anything like that, just let me know. I think everyone can see this is the real Holly. I don't think there's any doubters here. So if you do get nervous and want to turn off your camera at any point, I don't think anyone's going to question credibility at this point, Holly.
Right. Thank you, Ron, for having me. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're very welcome. Take us. I'm going to make you, like I say, if you do get nervous, you're welcome to turn your camera off. At this point, no one's going to question any credibility. So it's about you feeling comfortable and feeling natural. And if you'd rather not have us all staring at you, feel free to turn off your camera. Like I say, at this point, no one's going to question.
All right. I guess I don't like. There's so much to. What would help me, Ron, if you can ask me questions, like either from. If can Josh or Wolfstar ask or Ron, and you can ask me questions, because there it like what Josh said, it is an onion, and peeling back it is a lot.
Problem. So why don't you take us back to your first encounter with the Russ, the myth of Russ, how you touched base with him, how you made contact, and how that whole scenario, how that chapter of your life started off.
Okay, from the beginning, but. I would like
just briefly. Holly,
Sure. I would like to say, first off and foremost, I am not jumping on any bandwagon. This is not a vendetta against my tormentor. This is not a revenge from a jealous ex. No, I want people that are currently in his life to know how dangerous this man is. I don't want anybody to get hurt the way I was hurt with my experience with my tormentor. So no, this is not a revenge tactic. This isn't out of jealousy or vendetta or fame or whatever. No, this is as a warning. This is a warning for anybody that is currently in Russ Mckamey's life. You need to understand that he's a very dangerous man, and I don't want anybody else to get hurt the way I was hurt.
Yeah, and I think that comes across as being totally sincere, Holly. Like, I think
definitely
we can all totally agree with that. Now, listen, I don't want to, I don't want you to waste too much of your time having to sort of recap the early days. So just take a couple of minutes to just sort of because for me, for example, I don't know how you and Russ ever, how it all started or anything like that. Don't tell us anything you're not uncomfortable with. Just give us a layman's background, just for those who have.
To make it for. I got him because I wanted to be a contestant on the San Diego Mckamey Manor, and I wanted to be a contestant, and I got scared and I backed out. I was scared at the last minute, and from there on out, he started texting me, and Carol was absolutely factual, 100% with her story about how he would Skype women to lure them in. He would text me stuff to kind of like he'd come off as very charming. He would say, "Oh, you're beautiful," and he would just message me when I had a Facebook on private message. He would DM me privately, and then what started the ball rolling is that he started telling all these lies about Carol. So he told me the sob story that he was being abused by Carol. None of that's true. No, none of that's true. Carol did not abuse Russ. Russ abused Carol. So he lied to me from the get-go. He wanted me to believe that he needed to be saved.
Russ had conditioned you to believe that Carol was the abuser in the relationship.
Yes. He lied to me. Yes.
Yeah. That's, again, it's one of these common tactics of manipulation and planting his seeds inside your brain to create to isolate you, basically. He doesn't want you touching base with his exes. He wants to create a monster out of her so that you're defensive and on his side.
And that's what Russ is currently doing to his, I believe, girlfriend right now. So he started this whole smear campaign against me that I have schizophrenia, bipolar, whatever, smear campaign to discredit me. When I escaped from Lawrence County, when I escaped from Summertown, Russ's property, I had to jump into the fields to get away from it, and the police found me. And then I told the police, and they brought in a psychologist to interview me. I told them everything what you heard on the video, my interview. I told that to the psychologist because he put me in the mental hospital. He threw me in the state hospital at Lawrence County Hospital, and I told the psychologist, which they grabbed at 3 a.m. You don't just grab a psychologist at 3 a.m. My case was hot. The criminal investigator wanted me out of there. He wanted to buy me a plane ticket to get out of there because they were investigating him. So I gave him my statement of my abuse, of how he about how he watches kids at Walmart in the neighborhood. I said, you need to watch Russ, please. You need to watch him. He's a very dangerous man. I told him about the abuse.
I'm actually going to pull up an email just while you're talking. I'll get it ready that I was sent. And not long after my video went up, if I'm being honest with you. And like when I spoke to you earlier, I think it was literally about 2:45 in the morning when I seen when I heard your tape on that video that I seen. And that was it. That was me until 8 o'clock in the morning getting that video ready, because I could hear it in your voice. And there's always been this fog of mystery around Russ Mckamey, you know, and seeing his actions and then hearing the way that he's treated you and hear the way that he's treated Carol, hear the way that he treated staff. And I don't know, and I'm sorry to use this terminology, I don't know the name of the lady who Carol was talking about last night, who Russ had really violently attacked during one of the tours. You know, when you hear stories like that, it's horrendous, you know, and it puts exactly into context exactly what you have been talking about and what you're trying to bring forward. And again, I just thank you for being here. So, like, you know, we
absolutely
we kind of know that Russ is a master manipulator.
Yes.
That the first inclination I got of that was when I was talking to one of these two gentlemen right here. It may have actually been Josh or Wolf when they were telling me that. Oh no, it was True Love. Maybe it wasn't. But anyway, when he accepts you into the manor via the phone call, that's when the mind games begin. The control, the humiliation, him planting in this programming that Russ is your friend and all the rest of it. It's a system. And do you feel that exact system carries over into his relationships with yourself and Carol? And do you feel that fear and isolation must be a big part?
Yes. He, I believe in brainwash. He had me brainwashed. He had, I believe, in coercion. So I was brainwashed and coerced. He forced me to work at the show. He threatened me with his gun, saying, I'm going to shoot you if you don't do your show. So yeah, I was scared for my life. For my life.
That's another. See, again, I feel like we're listening to eyewitness testimony here. You know, again, everything that is being said is allegations, and we all get to make our mind up on this. But I think the majority of the people are throwing 100% support at you out there, Holly. And I know that I have no reason to doubt anything you're saying. I have no reason to doubt you or Carol or the people that have emailed me or these gentlemen on the panel or the members of staff that have contacted me and the freaking lovely lady and gentleman who contacted me on Facebook, who just used to live near Russ and know how much of a fucking weirdo he is. It's crazy how much stuff has come out about this guy. And I just want to show a little email here. I'm just making sure that everything is legit, and I'm not going to post anything that I shouldn't hear. So this is an email that I got sent to me, and I do apologize if it's super small. I will make it bigger. Hang on. I would like to remain anonymous for the sake of my 5-year-old child. I do believe every word Holly is saying, and I can tell you why. It's been over a year ago that me and my daughter were in Walmart in Long Wrenchburg, Tennessee, where we ran into Russ and Holly. Russ was was staring at my daughter in a strange way. It was strange. What is that? Ross was starting. It says starting, but I'm assuming that says staring. It was strange enough that I noticed, and I told my child not to speak to him because we recognized who he was, and we did not particularly care for him in any of involvements. I'm definitely not a Russ fan. Anyways, I noticed the way that Holly was staring at Russ in a very angry way, and because of the way he was staring at my child. I can't read shit, okay? Everyone's allowed to laugh. I'm fully aware of how bad I am at reading this stuff, all right? So just get it out of your system. It's all good. Now that I know that Holly was staring at him and why she was, Russ is a creep. I'm glad Holly's away from him. Yes, we did it, Ron. We got through the reading. So you can see that people are already coming out in support for you. And yes, I probably should have read through that before the live stream and not sounded like a 4-year-old, but that doesn't matter. The important thing is the support is out there. This is, again, another eyewitness testimony to this stuff. And
he is a very sick, dangerous man, and to this day I am in I am in fear for my life from him. And just 2 days ago, I was harassed by one of his followers. He gives away my phone number to his followers to harass me. Yes, yeah, I'm scared to death of him. I'm scared to death, and I have been still under his power since like last year. I had to fake future him. I mean, I have tons of emails of him not leaving me alone.
Just feel free to pass over any phone numbers, email addresses, social media accounts, anything like that that has anything negative sent to you on. Just hand it over to us, and we'll see what we can do with regards to putting an end to some of the online harassment, because that's illegal, everybody. That's illegal.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
True Love has joined us down in the little realm of under the main chat here as well. So we will get you on, True Love. Just bear with us a couple of minutes, brother. So, okay. We know how you entered into Russ's life. We know how he kind of entrapped you with a web of lies about Carol, playing the victim, using the mind games against you. You mentioned in your video, and I just want to touch on a couple of points. One of the things was control methods: no mobile phone, no access to a car, restricted access to food, sitting in a fucking freezer eating ice. Like, this is dark shit, Holly. This is dark.
Besides threatening my life multiple times with his gun, he would physically inflict fear on me. I remember one time his water was turned off and he had to call repairmen to come over. This was in probably February. It was wintertime of 2018, I believe. Yeah, 2018, when he had repairmen to look at his well water, of why it was turned off. I went out there to talk with him, and he thought I was flirting with him. And so what he did after the repairman left, he grabbed my arm forcefully, took me around his property behind his 2 storage units. There is a trench that's about either 4 feet, 6 feet deep. I'm 5 foot, and so it was taller than me. It was frozen. And so he proceeded to dangle my body over the frozen water and started to drop me and then catch me and drop me because he saw me, guys. So I'm just trying to tell you that I couldn't get help. I couldn't go and get help. It wasn't until way later in the springtime where I just ran away. I just ran for my life, scared of my life, calling 911.
I just want to make a point as well that for some people who maybe they've never interacted with victims of abuse and things, it's not like you are sitting in your mindset right now, full of self-confidence and self-worth. I'm pretty sure that over time, Russ wore you down. I'm pretty sure it's the same with Carol. Self-worth goes.
Yes.
Your ability to see why anyone would want to help you, why anyone would see worth in you and all this. And that is a common trait in all of this. Now, listen, I just want to say, Josh, I think Carol might be in the side chat of this stream. If you want to go and touch base with her on Facebook just to make sure she's all good, I just don't want you, I just don't want her being there and you not realizing she's there, bro, just so that you know. Also, I just want to say a big thank you to Tread on This. Thank you very much for the donation. Hey, brother, big fan. Just wanted to say a big fan. Thank you for what you do. I hope one day it will save a life or two. Thank you very much, mate. I really do appreciate that. And everyone on the channel, big love from everyone here. So, yeah. So, Holly, again, the holding you over a pit and dropping you and catching you. It's just, it's a display of power. It's a display of how easy you can just go, how easy he has control over that aspect of you. And that he
had his clutches on me. He had his clutches latched onto my brain, on every fiber of my soul. He obliterated every cell in my body. I just wanted to tell you how insidious a narcissist psychopath does to his victims. What he did, he latched onto my soul and my brain to where that was my warped reality, his madness. Where Russ Mckamey's heart is a big black fucking hole. And if you're not careful, you're going to get sucked right into that event horizon. That man has no soul and no conscience.
Yeah, well, that is powerful statements. And I think, to be perfectly honest with you, that is the quote I think we should all associate.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, we should all associate with Holly is the black hole within Russ that is capable of sucking anyone into. And for those of you who might think out there to yourself, you know, how easy can it be to be falling into these traps? I deal with groomers all the time. Whether you're a creep on the internet or a creep in real life, whether you groom kids, whether you groom adults, a groomer is a groomer. You know, Russ, you're nothing special. You're just a run-of-the-mill predator, whether it's children or adults. It's nothing. You're a textbook. Okay? So if you're out there running around thinking that your shit is fucking cut above the rest, you aren't even fucking past chapter 1 of how to be a dickhead, mate. Okay? That's how unspecial you are. Just remember that when you're contacting your lawyer about cease and desist orders. Just remember that as well. So, I know Carol's in the side chat. I know True Love's down there. How are you feeling, Holly? How are you feeling so far? Are you feeling okay? Is this?
I'm feeling really focused on getting the facts, the word out of his abuse towards me. I am feeling my energy was a bit low. I do suffer from PTSD, CPTSD.
Oh, fucking surprised.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, not surprised.
I suffer from depression, yes, from the abuse, from the insidious abuse. But now I feel more just a focus on getting it out there, getting the truth out there of my abuse that I went through. Absolutely.
And I just want you to know that whatever extent you want to use this platform, we can do in-depth stories on videos, which I'm doing with all the guys here. I hope as well anyone else that wants to come forward know that they're very welcome to use this platform too. But these nightly streams where I want everyone in my community to get to know, and it sounds weird, but the main characters in the Mckamey Manor story, you know, and that's you guys. And any indifferences or any stresses that have gone on, we've got to all focus on the predator, right? Eliminate the predator. That's the goal. And
yes,
I just think every single one of you, for your own reasons, have found the strength to stand up against somebody with a lot of internet following and clout, and putting aside the personal attachments that you've all had to Russ, just going up against anyone on the internet with a following is daunting. So all of you have done incredible to do this, and I can't believe where we've come in 2 fucking days with this. You know, we're sitting here with 3 contestants of the Manor. Russ is, you know, survivors,
baby.
That's the word. That's the word.
Yeah, we're fucking survivors. Right. Yes.
And that's that what it is. So I just want to let True Love just say hello. How are you, sir? Welcome. How are you? How was your day? Hope you've had a wonderful day, and welcome back.
Doing good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I guess how you would say it. I'm a wee bit under the weather today, mate.
A wee bit under the weather. No bother. Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I caught like a small little cold or something. But how are you guys doing? I'm
we're
back, and it's
good.
great to
And
be
I
back.
think,
I had a good time talking
yeah,
yesterday.
I think it's one of these crazy steps forward in when you're trying to bust a story over. We're just all talking about Holly's case last night, and here we are the next day, moving forward with it all. And like I say, Holly, you're surrounded by people certainly within my community that will make sure that if you need somebody, there's going to be someone available to you, because I'm sure
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that.
I'm sure you're going to have moments where you're going to wake up and all of this is going to seem like the worst decision you've ever made in your fucking life.
Yeah,
you're going to have
absolutely.
moments where you're just like, oh my god.
People have said some pretty touching things about Holly in the chat.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate all the love and support. I was very scared to come forward because I'm terrified of my tormentor. I'm terrified of Russ Mckamey, absolutely terrified. And the only reason to get rid of him, I had to just fake future him because he had bought Las Vegas.
Why don't you go into
tickets.
that a little bit, Holly? Why don't you go into a little bit about the survival tactic of the fake future? And just want to say thank you, Jen H, for the tip there. That was awesome. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, tell us a little bit about the tactics that you put in place to sort of mind game the mind game master.
I had to mind game the mind gamer. Yes, because back in let's see, he wanted this was back in about March. No, I'm sorry. This is back in May of 2019. In May, he wanted to buy tickets for me to meet him in Las Vegas. Yes. And so
the mythical Las Vegas, I hear. The myth and legend of Las Vegas.
His agenda was he wanted to marry me.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yes, that was his agenda. And there was when I remember I said, oh, will you marry me? I would just say that, but I wasn't serious when I was with him. It was just one of those, let's see, I guess when the cameras went on, I had to put on this fake happy face to show everybody that I'm a good little girl, that I'm a good woman. I'm a good person to be with Russ. And look at me. And everything's so happy and everything's sunshine and rainbows and lollipops. Pour more love down the fucking gargling sink. Fuck, man. And so for me to, for me to get away from him, he went to visit me. And so I had to fake future him. And on the day I was supposed to meet him in Las Vegas, I told him, Russ, I'm not going. And he went ballistic. I thought the man was going to have a heart attack. He started screaming and telling me, I spent $10,000. How could you do this to me? I'm like, no, Russ, no, I'm not meeting you anywhere. And from then on out, he would email me all these letters because to him, he wanted me back. I guess he wanted to control me, abuse me again. He wanted that control again over me.
I just want to say as well that literally all of my involvement and every single thing that is coming on this show right now has stemmed from a Facebook page called Mckamey Manor Talk. I'm about to post a link to it in the side chat, just so you know. This isn't a Ron venture. Ron is very much jumped on this with a lot of holes in the story. I'm just wanting this to be I don't want anyone to think that this is hey, Ron's just leading this amazing story. It's not. This is almost 8,000 people grouped together on Facebook who have been doing this for years. Okay. So this is 100% credited to them. All of the efforts for bringing me and these people together are credited to them. And I just want to give a massive shout out to the admins, the people who run it, the community on there. You guys have been nothing but super inviting. And I tell you what, their security,
lots of love.
Their security is tight as well, because I created Facebook pages for operations to keep all the information for each op in one place. And when they realized it wasn't my normal account, they just kicked me straight the fuck out, which is awesome. So they're on it. They don't just let people in, and if they think there's a security risk, let it all run wild. So a big shout out to Mckamey Manor Talk and all the people on there. there will be a link in description, and I will add your just link to all of the videos and all of the series. So if anyone gets a inclination to journey down the rabbit hole with the public and these wonderful people on the panel right here, you can do it at Mckamey Manor Talk on the book face. So big shout out there. But again, I just want to reiterate, it's nothing but love in this side chat for you, Holly. I just want to point that out.
Thank you.
Like
there was one thing I wanted to address before I forget.
Yeah, of course.
And it was back in February. When he would force me to do the haunt, I had to do Mckamey Manor like multiple times, and it was in the freezing cold, being waterboarded, being forced simulating drown in the refrigerator. I had gotten walking pneumonia. I'd gotten very ill, and he would not take me to the hospital while I was sleeping on the floor. No, he refused. He refused to give me any kind of aid or help at all.
Did you notice any similarities in his behavior when you suffered that were similar to the tragic events of your dog and your birthday and the actions that he took, and how he was so sort of heartless in that scenario?
Yeah, he would say, "Shut up, you're coughing too loud. I'm trying to go to sleep in the other room because I had walking pneumonia. Shut up, you're coughing too loud, or I just can't stand your coughing." God damn it.
The coughing that was made possible by his waterboarding.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, yes. From him waterboarding, drowning me in this fucking eel tank, in dunking me in a straitjacket. Absolutely. Over and over again. I got very fucking sick. And he wouldn't even give me help. No, shut up, you're coughing too loud. God damn.
That is fucked. Like, I don't know what you call it in America, but yeah, that is seriously messed up.
Insidious abuse.
I think anyone that's out there can just tell by your reactions to these stories. You do have a physical reaction when you're telling these stories. You can see it in your face, and you can see how you're reacting to just reliving all of this. And again,
it's fucking horrible. I have not stopped getting nightmares. It is hard because I have to relive the fucking pain. It is hard to come out on here. It is hard, but
yeah, it's all right.
I'm sorry. All right, okay.
You're doing really well. If you want to take,
it's hard.
If you want to take a minute at any point, just feel free to just put the phone down. I'll take you off the big screen, and if you want to just have a minute at any point, you're more than welcome. You are totally in control of this entire ship, and that is how you need to have a mindset now. You are in control. Russ's grip on you has fucking gone. It might not feel like it has, but it has. And like
I know, but he lives in my head, Ron. You don't understand.
I understand.
I can't go to sleep because he's in my head. There's not a moment in my life that I can have fucking peace because my tormentor is in my head. I mean, it's a fucking nightmare. And yes, I am seeking out psychological therapy to help me with this. I'm going to SpartanLife.com with Richard Grannon. Yeah. He is a fantastic life coach. You might have heard of him. He specifically helps people that went through very insidious narcissistic abuse.
Okay. Well, if you want to get any links together,
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be yelling or shouting. It's just
Holly, you are welcome to yell and shout and get emotional and smash shit if you want, okay? You want to see the fucking fits of rage that I've been into on this channel over really stuff that is nowhere near as bad as you. You want to just understand that you can express yourself on this platform however the hell you like, okay? This is your time.
Thank you.
This is your time to say and act and get your point across. You can swear. You can shake the goddamn phone. This is whatever you want to do. And I think everyone's in full support of that. Nobody here is in any way doing anything but support, nothing but love for you. And that's just something that came up on Facebook. I just want to hug Holly right now. So it's multiple platforms of support. So just know that, and please know that my community will be in your pocket on your phone all the time.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Ron. Thank you.
Like I say, I'll get people in your time zone. I'll get people that aren't in your time zone. So there's people that are awake if you wake up at 3 in the morning and you need somebody, we'll put a system in place so that you've got, we're none of us are professionals, but we're good listeners. So
thank you. I just wanted someone to hear my voice. There was just one of a police officer. He did believe me when I told him everything, and that felt good. It felt good not to be gaslighted. It felt good not to have someone believe me. It felt like my life, man. I fucking had zero respect for myself with Russ. Fucking zero low self-esteem. I mean, worthless. I felt that way. And so I was just putty. My brain was putty. And to him, he molded it in a very manipulating way.
And do you think there was any traits that were prevalent in you that drew Ross, I keep calling him Ross, that drew Russ to you that may be prevalent in as previous partners? Is there something that connects you all together with a trait, maybe a vulnerability, a time in your life where you swooped in at the right time? Is there any sort of pattern to it, do you think?
Could you
maybe not being so clear.
Clarify by treat?
Yeah, well, what I really mean is he manages to ensnare yourself. He managed to ensnare Carol. He's got a current girlfriend as well. Yes. I imagine there's got to be something.
Yes, and
is similar between you all.
This is a warning for her to please. He's a dangerous man. Get away from him while you can. Please do not. I don't want the abuse that happened to me happened to her. Please, this is a warning to her. Get away from Russ. Get away from that man. He's very dangerous. Evil, absolute.
I would go one step further than that. I would go one step further than that and come and prove us wrong. Come on the platform and tell us how wonderful a partner Russ is. I'm sure we'd all love to hear it. So why don't you come and tell us how we're all wrong? Who nameless current girlfriend of Russ, who I don't know the name of. Come on. I mean, if you're sitting there right now, right? I'm looking at you now. Let me get serious with you here, lady. Like if you're watching this now, right? And all of this is total fabrication compared to what you and Russ are just now. Come and tell us that. Come and tell us just how wonderful it all is. And let's see how many people believe that narrative. Let's see how many people will believe that narrative 5 years from now. I don't think you will find many people. So when you get to that stage, if you think you're getting near that stage now, we are here for you. Like if you need to run, we are here for you. So just know that if you're at a stage where you feel trapped and you need to go, just Discord link and we'll figure something out. And I'm sure everyone here would support that if she decided to run, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
absolutely. Because what he'll do is he'll start just what he did with me. What he did,
Haley.
He'll start.
Yeah, Haley, her name is. Sorry.
Really love bombing the shit out of you. That's what narcissist psychopaths do. Love bomb you and then try to get you in closer to their clutches. So I don't want anything to be done to her. I don't want to be her to get hurt by him.
Do you think that's part of the separation tactic where they smothers you with love so that you don't feel like you need anyone else? And then by the time you realize there's no one left, it's too late. Yeah, that's scary.
Yes, that is your cycle of the narcissist psychopath. First, number one is love bombing, grooming you, put you on you are too perfect. There's no flaws from you. Then here comes the second vicious cycle is that the narcissist sees that you are human, you are fallible, you do have faults. So what's going to happen is he is going to devalue you. Number one cycle is love bombing. That's what the narcissists do. Love bombing. Then let's isolate you so you have no friends, family, or any kind of support to get away from the clutches of the narcissist so he can completely control you. Number two, once he finds out that you're an actual human being, that you're fallible, that you're not perfect, of course, perfect to the narcissist's mind, I'm going to devalue you. I'm going to make you feel like you're worthless. You're nothing. You're lower than dog crap.
Earlier. Yeah, absolutely. It's breaking down everything that makes you fucking human.
Yes.
And an individual, it breaks you down into nothing. And
yes, exactly, which is what he did.
That's the sad reality of a controlling, predatory character. And I'm really sorry that you got sucked into it. I'm really sorry everyone got sucked into it. And that goes for fans right the way through to people that have been partners with him. It is a terrifying, terrifying scenario to watch this repeated narrative with you, with Carol, and again with many people that have been in contact with Russ. That seems to be the narrative, and it never ends well. I've had no one come forward defending Russ. I just want to point that out. No one has emailed me. No one has come forward to say, hey, I'm Russ's fucking bowling buddy, and I don't know what all this craziness is. He's a great nothing. Not one.
His page is completely censored. They censor anything that speaks out against the manor on his closed group.
Because that's how you run a community. You know, you censor them. That really makes fucking sense to stop the realities coming through. It's frustrating. It really, really is. But you know, Holly, I know that there's women out there now, whether they're watching this live or whether they're watching this later, who are going through their own nightmare with their own versions of Russ, and they may feel like there is no hope. And you and Carol and people like you who have gone through this and came out and have the strength to stand up and inspire others are an inspiration to me. And I just want you to know that is what you are. You are a survivor, and you are going to inspire.
Thank you. Thank you. And I had to take myself off of that cross. There was nobody was going to come save me. No one was going to come riding in the horse to save me from his clutches. I had to wake the hell up. I had to dig down deep and save my soul and save my life, because I was surely going to die very soon. I surely, if it wasn't by Russ, he was going to make it miserable enough for me to commit suicide, because he wanted me to commit suicide. He said, go ahead, do it. And at one time I had a bag over my head, did not even care. I was to that low point. There was absolutely nothing in my life at that moment that caused me to want to live. It was that fucking miserable.
I imagine something else when you're at that lowest point in your life and you do this sort of outburst where you sort of, you know, you show signs that you're going to take your own life, and the one person who, regardless of how they've made you feel, just tells you to fucking do it. It just reaffirms all of the pre-existing mind games that he's instilled. And exactly as Paula on Facebook just said, it's a repeating pattern, you know?
Yes.
You know, you're doing really well. Really well.
I mean, he wore me down to the point where, I mean, I wasn't suicidal before, but he wore me down to that point where it's like, just do it. And I was like, something in me, and I believe, I don't know, I mean, I'm not a religious person. If you believe in God or whoever you believe in, there is something in your heart, which is called the human spirit, that is so, nothing is stronger than the human spirit. And that's what wanted me to survive. That is what wanted me to, because if I died, I'm like, no, he's not going to get any more of my fucking life. And he stole about 3 years of my life. He's not going to steal this. So I believe what saved me was my own human spirit to break free. Don't commit suicide because of Russ. Just get out of there. Just go.
This is another thing. I really need to apologize to the entire Mckamey Manor community and to Amy herself. I've been asked to talk to Amy. This was a big thing last night. It was very confusing because we also have my graphic designers called Amy Lee. It was very confusing. So who I'm really sorry. I'm just going to just put it out there. But who is Amy in all of this story? Do you guys know who Amy is? Am I missing a big piece of the puzzle here?
Amy, what's her last name?
Amy Lee. It was Russ wanted Amy to commit suicide as well. Was another comment. Maybe you guys don't know it.
I'm not aware of this.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think that's the girl from San Diego.
Yeah, I do have a point of contact with her on Facebook, and she will be coming on at some point, or I'll be interviewing her, or we will get her story. So I'm such a noob to the like the decades of backstory that this is all involved in. So I will always be honest when I've got a little piece missing of the puzzle, and that was one of them. So you all just have to sort of treat me as a 5-year-old with this information and give me the pop-up version of the facts. Because Amy, here we go. Thank you, Mckamey Manor Talk. Amy's the first interview when I went through the press in San Diego who went to the news about being severely bullied. Okay, great. Thank you very, very much. So that's exactly who Amy is there, guys. She was one of the first contestants to speak out. So we'll absolutely like to talk to you, Amy. And thank you for that's everyone on every platform now is telling me who Amy is. It's all coming through. So thank you to everybody for that. So just going to give you a couple of minutes, Holly, just to sort of take a breath and just sort of
right.
I know you've got work.
I was just looking at my time. But if we can continue this or anything like this, Ron?
What do you think, everybody? Should we have Holly back to continue this? Will we? I think Holly, you have got an open invitation to this panel. Anytime
Thank you.
at all. We'll be on again. I do a paranormal show on a Tuesday. After that show, we'll be doing this stream again, but it will probably be 2 hours later than this stream is. So if that isn't convenient with anybody, that's just going to be for the one night. Any of the other nights this week, we can be completely flexible around Holly's work, anyone else's work. It can be later, it can be earlier. I am super flexible. I just want the information out as you guys do. So
yes. Thank you, Ron.
Everyone that's watching, everyone that's on the panel, imagine this is just like a living organism that's just evolving as the week goes.
You opened yourself up to get DMs about people's work schedules now. You know that, right?
My DMs are a freaking nightmare. Like, it's so funny when you start gaining subscribers and you're like, hey, I'm totally going to keep up with everyone's DMs. Everyone that fucking DMs me, I'm going to DM them back. That doesn't happen. Okay. It is a lot of DMs. So everyone who's been waiting on the DM back, I am getting there. And I hate missing it's not the fan stuff that bothers me that I miss. It's the stories. It's the survivor stuff. It's all the stuff that needs to be done. Thank you for being brave, Holly. There you go from
thank you.
Sada. Ako Sada? Sada. Let's go with Sada because that's
Sada
for me to say. So yeah, thank you very much for that, Holly. I don't want you to feel like we're going to take up any more of your time. You know you are welcome. What I'll do is I will send you a DM on Discord when
cool,
this chat, and I'll give you introductions to people who are going to be there.
Awesome.
We'll go from there. But thank you, everybody. I'm sure just wants to have a minute on the panel just to say thank you to you before you go. So
thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's cool. Like, I wanted to say something to you personally. I just wanted to apologize to you, Holly, for our back and forth last year. No need in talking about that, over and over again. But I do want to apologize to you. That shit weighs heavy on my heart. So I just want you to know that I am sorry for all that bullshit last year.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that very, very much, and thank you for that. I appreciate everyone's love and support, and just getting my story out there so no one else gets hurt. I don't want his current girlfriend to be abused or anything like that. I don't want anybody else to be hurt by him.
I think as well, Holly, with regards to the information that's now out there coming from your own words is much more credible and much more on point to the previous things that were out there. I think anyone who had any doubts about anything can just kiss my ass now. Like, you are here, you are fucking standing strong, and we're going to hold and as much as we need to hold your hand throughout all of this, we are there for you. So thank you so much for being brave enough to come on. Thank you so much for being brave enough to tell the truth. I just think you're inspiring so many people, and we will probably see you again very, very soon. You and I will be talking again.
Great.
as soon as this chat ends anyway. So you have a wonderful day at work.
Thank you.
And if you're driving, drive safely. And
hashtag Holly Strong.
Thank you.
Hashtag Holly Strong. That's it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you. Godspeed to everyone. Godspeed to you, Ron. Godspeed to you, Dan, Josh, Wolf. Thank you. The gentleman above me. I don't know your name.
Yeah, he's good.
Godspeed to you.
Godspeed.
And thank you. God bless you, everyone. And you guys have a good night. I look forward to talking with you again, Ron. Thank you very much for your time and your attention.
Yeah, absolutely, Holly. Hail the All-Father. I am all down there with the blessing of the gods, and I bestow my gods upon all of thee also. So there's a whole bunch of gods out there looking out for us all now, Holly. So you have a fantastic day, and thank you very, very much once again. Here, just more love coming in for you, just right at the end there as well, just so you know. Super chatting some love in there. Holly, much love from Texas, and thank you for being strong. Lone
thank
Star
you.
Lone Star State. If Texas has got your back, that's like the most armed to the teeth state in America. Do you know what I mean? If anything, they're going to overkill. Do you know what I mean? So you're safe. It's all good. We'll just pop you in the middle of Texas and just bundle everyone around you. And no one's going to fuck with Texas. No one fucks with Texas.
No. Right? It feels good to be safe and not to know that I'm alone.
Holly, we love you as well. Just coming.
You got thousands behind you, Holly. Thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Facebook pages, thousands of people. So you're an icon to all these women out there.
Just wait until the Wait until the white horse neck beards get hold of your story, and they all start rallying around you, man. It's going to be crazy.
You're not alone.
Crazy. So just you drive safely, and we'll speak to you again.
Holly, can I? Oh, Holly,
one more moment.
Do you have a second before you leave for work?
Yes, absolutely. Sure.
Okay,
yes.
So now I haven't talked to you for a year now, but
yes,
what you just said today was absolute testimony and validates everything that I brought to the surface, because you lit the fire up under my ass again tonight with everything that we talked about a year ago. And I just want to I wish I could give you a hug, because I've been trying to tell your story. I've been trying to tell your story for over a year now, and
thank you.
I've gotten discredited by so many people, and no one believed anything that I said about the whole thing.
I know,
and
it was so hard that nobody believed. Yes, thank you. And
I wish I could have been a stronger person or had better resources to get you out of the situation. Actually, you were out of the situation. You were already where you're at now, but
he kept on getting his clutches on me, and he would not stop harassing me. I mean, it was all the way up, and I had to fake future him, telling him, yes, I'll come back to Tennessee. Yes, I'll come see him, just to have him leave me alone.
Well, I think
I was even afraid to.
On you go.
Go ahead.
No. On you go.
Well,
please.
I was just afraid to even speak about your story, because I didn't know how Russ was going to pursue you, or if he would pursue you. But I felt like your story needed to be told, and
thank you.
I knew that my voice wasn't going to be validated, and I knew I'd get mocked and all that. But it actually started a movement. It started a huge movement, and it woke a lot of people up to the truth of Mckamey Manor. So I do want to thank you for confronting and confiding in me, and I kind of went against your will, but I felt like your story had to be told, and I'm glad that you.
I'm glad you did it. Thank you for doing that, because I wouldn't have the brass pair that I have now to do it. So I owe you my life, Dan, and Josh, and everyone. Thank you for helping me.
That's some real shit right there.
I just want to let you know that I do consider you a friend, and it broke my heart when we lost contact over a year ago. And I have a feeling that Russ had a big play in all that, and I feel like I've lost a friend, and hopefully we can establish our friendship again.
Absolutely.
I just want to say as well that the Mckamey Manor Talk page are being in full support of you. They're saying we're 100% here for you, Holly. I'm getting spammed by their admins here. I just want to say someone's posted in the sites that the Silvas family supports Holly. I don't know who the Silvas family is. They sound like we're just Russ. They're fucking gangsters, mate. The Silvas family. You want to fuck with the Silvas family, mate. You gotta watch them, man. They're like the mafiosa, Ross. It'll fuck you up.
Yeah, no, they are cool. They're cool. Yeah, the gentleman. I don't want to give out their information, but yeah, they're they're cool. They were trying to, if you watched Dan Truelove's video, I mean, not Dan Truelove, I'm so sorry, Dan. It was Christian Elliott's video with one of the Silvis members, and he gets to speak out to them. So yeah, they're cool.
Awesome. Well, big shout out to the now mythological gangster family that is the Silvis that have rebranded on this chat. So fear them all. But yeah, Holly, thank you very much, and thank you for taking the time to speak to everybody on the panel at the end there. Thank you for being so honest and open with everyone. And
absolutely.
I know that people will be eagerly, and I just want to say as well, if you want to join the Discord, I'm going to make a little room called Questions for Holly for the next live stream. We're not going to harass Holly on the Discord. We're just going to compile questions for her so that she's got a list of questions for next time, because I'm sure you guys have stuff you want to ask, and absolutely as well. So you listen, you need to get to work. And you know, we don't want to be driving quicker than we need to on the way to work. So just
definitely
let's do that. And thank you again, Holly. And
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. And Godspeed, God bless, and much love. Thank you so much.
You too.
You're a strong woman.
Thank you.
All right. So Holly there, everybody. I mean, just out of the blue, like we always said, this is an evolving show this week. So we're going to sort of maybe just take a couple of minutes to process everything. I know everybody's going to want to react on the panel, so I'm going to let you guys all do that. If anyone wants to go to the toilet or make a coffee, okay, this is the time to do it. This is your mid-theater break that you would get if you were at the theater. Let's all just take note of absolute background. Look at this. Look at this shit, eh? Who else has got a big game? Look at this, eh?
That's a pretty that's a guy right there.
That's like some vinyl flexing going on there right now. I feel it, man. I feel the effort you're putting in right now. So what I'm going to do is why don't we go straight back to Wolf? Where are we at? We're at 1 minute. We're at an hour and 10, so we've got 50 minutes. If we want to just say Wolf and True Love can just take about 15-20 minutes each to go over their experiences. We'll discuss in between each of them and just have that meet from that we missed last night. I don't know. Oh, they're not talking to me.
Hey, I'm gonna actually like back off the cam and listen to these guys while I eat dinner, and when I get back on, I'll just message and everything.
Yeah, no problem at all, mate. Also, as well, let Carol know if she was wanting to come on the show. Like I say, anything that needs to be done to make her feel comfortable. Exactly the same with Holly. Anything is your platform, Carol. You make the rules. You tell us what you need, and we are here 1,000,000%.
The accommodations can be made.
Yes. Don't you worry about that. We are.
Well, I really appreciate that. I mean, you guys handle shit so well in here. So hopefully,
I appreciate that. It's really my team. Like, all the credit goes out to my Discord admins, my researchers, all of you guys. You guys know who you are. I don't want to name anyone because some of the shit we do is fucked. But the team I have is unbelievable. This is not a one-man show. This is not the Ron Swanson show. This is Surviving Life, and there is a lot of us involved in all the pies that we have our fingers in. Believe it or not, sitting at a computer editing some videos together and uploading them is fucking really the easy part of all this. I have got it easy compared to a lot of my team. So I love you guys. A massive shout out to all of you. Big shout out as well to our new Discord manager. She's been in charge for about a week now and doing really, really well. So yeah, big shout out to the Llama. Doing really a good job. And also, we've had a lot of requests about the merch store. There is new merch coming. It's me that you're waiting on. Our designer Amy has had the stuff ready. I've got it on. We had some upload issues, and it's all good. And the last interview that I was waiting on for the Hurtcore doc is finally in. There's one more bit of literature coming in tomorrow evening, and then that's us. So the new doc will be out, and you can all fucking wonder why the fuck you were ever excited to see this shit in the first place and ruin about a week of your own life from the harrowing content of this shit. Okay, so yeah, local bottom. Yes, absolutely. don't forget to like this stream. You know what else you want to start liking? Fucking Razor Wire. It's delicious. Save 10%, code Rawan. Links down in there. You want to stream? There's a link down there for StreamYard. Just go sign up to that shit. It's a beautiful thing. Just you'll all love it. You'll
get the duck.
You'll get the you'll get the duck. We got the logo. We got the logo today. Oh, yeah. So what we can do, right, is this is what makes this, and no one cares, Ron. Don't start. This is not the sort of stream. This is not a fucking community stream, Ron. Just shut the fuck up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw Wolf back into the mix. Let him sort of. I just realized that Shane Dawson in that fucking avatar down there. It's so funny. One of the many Shane Dawson faces. So yeah, Wolf, I'm going to throw you back up on the screen. Contain your rant for the end. We'll have a rant off at the end of this. We'll pick a random topic and we'll destroy it, sir. Awesome. So you carry on. Just get us back to your experience where you left off last night, or start at the beginning again. 15-20 minutes. Let us all get stuck in. I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to really try. And the platform is yours, sir. Take it away.
All right, if you have any questions, you can interrupt me, but I'll start from the beginning for
also anybody. Cap, I'm going downstairs to make a coffee, so I won't be here. So just be running the ship.
So pretty much for anybody that hasn't watched the last show or whatever, I'll just start from the beginning. But I found out I never knew about Mckamey Manor until May. It was the beginning of May. I was looking on my phone and I seen, this haunted attraction would pay you $20,000 cash to last 10 hours in there. So, I didn't call up. I wrote an email to Russ. The email was left on there on the webpage. And I was like, I'm the guy to do it. Was real arrogant, real cocky with it. So he would pick me for this. I'd seen there was like a 40,000 person waiting list. Never expected to actually get called. About 10 minutes later, Russ himself calls me up. He's like, hey, listen, we have a cancellation next week. We want to get you in there. I like your attitude. Let's put you in there. And I'm not asking questions on, what happened to these other 40,000 people that are lined up to do this. Yeah, I'm just like, hey, I got a chance at $20,000. It's like, yeah, whatever you need me to do, I'm going to do. And that's one of Russ's tricks, okay? That's why, in my opinion, he offers $20,000, because nobody in their right mind is going to do this stuff unless it's for something like $20,000. I sure as hell ain't going to drive to Tennessee, rolling around in his yard, or, dressing up like a clown, doing stupid tasks. But you offer me $20,000. Yes, sir. Whatever you need, sir. That's pretty much why, these people in these videos are throwing glitter on each other and everything else like that. I had a lot of questions. Why are people doing that? That's why the promise of that $20,000. So, he gave me a whole bunch of tasks to do. I brought my friend along. Now, part of the trick he does is he has to keep you up overnight, the night before you're going to go there. So for me, it was like 24 hours. I had to do a live feed on his personal page, doing some random task. Every hour on the hour, I had to do a live feed. Otherwise, I lost these fail cards that I needed to get through the manor with. So we did me and my friend were doing these tasks, and we were hitting it. We were killing it, We weren't getting tired. We were making the drive to Tennessee. It was from where I live in Pennsylvania. It was about a 10-hour drive to Tennessee. With all Russ's weird-ass tasks that we had to do, it ended up taking us like 15 to 16 hours to actually get there. Booked a hotel, completely missed it because we didn't have time to sleep. We had to go straight to Russ's by the time we got there. So there was that. So pretty much to kind of speed things along. Well, let me mention this too. Back when I was, I found out about Mckamey Manor, I was looking online to get more research for it. And I actually joined this, I guess Russ calls it a hate group. I didn't know it was a hate group. I didn't know the place had hate groups. I've never heard of a haunted attraction having hate groups. Red flag number 1 right there. Well, number 2, actually. Him calling me back in 10 minutes.
Within 10 minutes, you were saying that yesterday. And just a question, actually, just for the people who don't know, the fail cards, what exactly are they?
Okay, so the fail cards, Russ said you can earn up to 20 to 30 of them. And once you have these fail cards, like once you go through boot camp or whatever crap you have, and after you make it to the manor, if there's a task you can't do in the manor, you can use a fail card and pass it up. You don't have to do the task. But each one of these fail cards is a portion of the $20,000. So you have to, if you want the whole $20,000, you have to have the maximum amount of fail cards and get through 10 hours of the manor to get that full cash. So now this whole boot camp thing is bullshit. Okay, so Russ claims that the whole boot camp thing is to get you more fail cards, to win them, so you have them to go to the manor. And he says when you get there, you can gamble. So Russ will be like, listen, I'm going to give you a task to do, and you tell me how many fail cards you want to put up to do this task. So you could say 100, you know, it doesn't matter. So, you know, all that staying up all night long for 24 hours or whatever to win fail cards. He was giving me one each per task or whatever. I didn't even have to do that in the first place. I could have just went to his little boot camp, you know, playground yard or whatever and got him there. So that was pointless to stay up. So anyway, like me and my friend, we're doing pretty good, getting through the tasks and everything like that. Russ didn't like that, I guess. So he gets on Facebook. He's like, listen, you guys are mispronouncing Mckamey Manor wrong or whatever. Every time you do that, you're going to lose a fail card. We were at like -10 or something like that. That's one of his tricks he does. He'll change the rules on you. If you're doing good at all, he's going to change the rules on you to screw you over. It's part of his tactic. Boot camp, once you get there, I had a plan going in. I was like, listen, he's going to let me gamble as many fail cards as I want. And some of the tasks he's giving me are just ridiculous. Now, in my head, Russ wanted to do a show, okay? So I was like, you know, he's not going to kick me out. He wants the show. People want to see me do the manor or whatever. I just got to last till nightfall, because once nightfall comes, then Russ says, hey, you know, after that, you go to the manor. So what I did, like when I was doing the barrel thing and crawling around in his yard, I was taking my time. I wasn't going to exercise my ass off.
Yeah, what were the tasks he was giving you?
Okay, so from Pennsylvania to Tennessee, one of the things I had to do, there's a video on there too, I got to get out. But I had to go to like in front of a Walmart, dressed up in everything I had to do was dressed up too in my costume. And I couldn't say a word to anybody. And I had to pretend I was a mime stuck in a box. And I had to try to convince somebody to break me out of this box or whatever to earn a fail card. My friend was there to film that. My friend couldn't say nothing. I couldn't say nothing. We hit that one down. There was another one where I had to order something at a restaurant, but I had to sing what I wanted to eat. So I, you know, like I had to make up a song and sing like about how I wanted pancakes or whatever. There was that one. Another one, the worst one, I think, in my opinion, was it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. He had me outside a gas station telling me I had to stand out there in my costume. And my friend, he goes by the name of Zombie. So he's dressed like the devil himself pretty much. And we're just standing out there in front of this gas station. Nobody's around because it's like 3 in the morning. Friend's got the camera on me, and I got to ask somebody to buy me something inside this gas station without me actually going in the gas station. They got to use their own money. So these cars are pulling in, you know, maybe one car pull in, and all they see is like 2 freaks just staring at them with a video camera. So of course, you know, like some of them are parking far away from us and everything else. We did finally get some teenager or whatever that came in. I was like, listen, man, this is for a show that we're doing. Just buy the cheapest thing in this store for me. And, you know, you can do a shout out on the camera to everybody. We're going live or whatever. That was the hardest thing, I think, the hardest task that we had to do. We did that one. Some of the ones that I couldn't do because of the time issues, because he kept having to stop every hour to do these live feeds. When I got to my hotel that I was supposed to stay at, I was supposed to run 5 laps around the hotel, making up a song about the manor. Like I had to make up a song in my head that had to do with Mckamey Manor, and I had to sing it as I was doing these laps around, you know, the hotel I was at. Another thing I had to do was run 2 miles while singing, what was it, like Werewolf in London. And every time I said werewolf, I had to like howl or something like that. And I had to sing that while running 2 miles. And that was like, that was the final task I had to do before I got there. Now, as you can see, all these tasks, like toward the end, is like all exercise. So not only you're staying up all night long and running, then you got to do from early morning till nightfall this boot camp thing. And all his followers, all these Cool J drinkers are like, well, you got to do boot camp to see if you're actually physically fit enough to go through the manor. Now, how the hell are you staying up all night long, you know, running 2 miles, singing songs, throwing glitter at everybody? You know, if you make it through, like, that's probably what, like 36, 38 hours of crap exercise. And, oh, yeah, you're fit. But, I mean, are you fit after you do all that stuff? No, a normal person, to see you're fit, you're going to lift a couple weights. Hey, can you lift 10 pounds? Yes, here you go. Okay, you're done. Can you hold your breath? Sure, whatever. I mean, not can you crawl around on my ground blindfolded while I shoot you with a paintball gun and, you know, throw glitter at your face and shove the camera at you, asking you, you know, every 2 seconds if you're physically and mentally okay. That's, you know, I'm sorry, but that's not what the boot camp is about, what you guys are saying. It's not to see if you're physically or mentally okay to do the manor. There's nothing after that. I think on the show, the Netflix series, Dark Tourist, the guy actually did go to the manor for the show, and it was literally in Russ's backyard. There was this barn or this shed or something, and all he did was take the guy back there and pretty much drowned him inside that cooler. he was like, you know, you have to hold your breath for 30 seconds or whatever. Dunked the guy's head in, pulled it out. Oh no, that was 25 seconds. Do it again. Dunked him, and he kept doing that till the guy quit. That's the manner for you right there. If you make it through all the bullshit, you know.
I'm really glad. Like my entire house just fused, right? And for literally as soon as you started talking, my house fused. And the whole time you were talking, I was dealing with that, and I came back and you were still talking. So credit to you, Will. That's how we like
That's
it.
Cool.
We don't like dead air. You keep it going, mate. So I sadly I missed all of that. So I will watch it back again, Wolf. Though, but
I was gonna say something. I was gonna say, Wolf. Honestly, if it was going to show that you were physically fit doing it, he wouldn't have to outside source the medical testing to see if you're physically fit. So,
I had to do a sports physical. What was the point of me wasting my money for a sports physical if I'm doing all this bullshit for 38 hours?
Mind games, bro. Mind games.
My opinion is all that shit he makes you do, that's who you quit before. That way he can say, oh, he quit before he even made it to the manor. He quit before he was even signing the contract. That's so he's able to say, hey, nobody's ever made it to the manor because that's how horrible this place is. He just works your ass off to death before you even get there, so you quit before you go there. And then he can tell everybody how amazing his house is, that, you know, nobody's even made it there. It's so bad. And that's one of his tricks. Nobody knows that you got 36 hours of doing stupid shit and exercising.
Well, that was what surprised me. Not only the amount of craziness and conditioning, like I say before the show as a run-up, but the fact that he literally, it is like fucking 8 hours of hard labor and then it begins. What the, I mean,
you got to do 10 hours after that. I mean, come on now. You know, that's supposed to be the hard stuff after.
You're such a fucking scary haunted house when you fucking literally put people to sleep.
See, I just want to know how many people. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ron's up for weeks at a time. Honestly, just put him through it. Ron will laugh.
I just want to know, like, how many people on those videos that Russ takes.
I'm telling you now. Whoever stick their fingers in my mouth, fish hooking, I'd be biting their finger off like that. Right. I wouldn't be able to help myself. Anyone put a cockroach in my mouth, I'd be like, oh, safe word time. I'd go to the gas station, I'd fill up some fucking containers with gas, and I'd burn the fucking place to the ground, right? If you put a spider on my fucking face, I'm fucking you up. And I'm not fucking you up in a nice way. I'm going fucking medieval on your ass. Right. Is what I'm doing. Okay. I'm just saying. I got issues with spiders and legs in my mouth. Oh God. So yeah. Anyway. Back to what you were saying, Wolf. I have no idea where you got to. I'm pretending like I have a clue where you got to. So you might be finished. You might be in the middle. No idea. So
just about like I made it to the end of what I was gonna say, but pretty much like. After I'm going through this, like he's got the camera in my face and he's like, you know, I want you to look at the camera and I want you to tell everybody, like, and the camera's this close to my face, okay? And he's like, listen, tell everybody you don't want to do this. He did his weird Russ voice or whatever. And I'm looking at him. I was like, it's not that bad, okay? I mean, you had me stay up the whole fucking night and you got me carrying a barrel and dunking my head in some nasty water. There's nothing in this water except plastic Dollar General fucking fake Halloween shit. It's not that bad. That's what set them off.
See when people are going to like American Ninja and all these endurance tests, they're not actually doing 8 hours hard graft and then not going to bed the night before. Exactly. I don't think anyone's ever suggested that as a good way to demonstrate your full potential. So total fucking shit show, basically.
They're getting good night sleeps.
Oh yeah. I bet you fucking slept well.
Massage, good night sleep.
It's just.
Now, if you watch these videos of Russ, though, the stuff he has on his YouTube page, like where he cuts everybody out, you can tell these people are exhausted. Now, how many people are afraid? How many people do you see that are scared to death quitting because they're afraid? And how many do you see that are just too tired to continue? It's the tiredness that gets these people to quit because they don't have the energy to do it because Russ is exercising them to death. And if they do make it to the manor, well, you're screwed. He's going to drown you until you quit because you weren't supposed to make it that far. Or he's going to drag you in the back of a truck with a chain or something. I heard that story going on because some guy wouldn't quit.
Yeah, well, it's fucked. And I just want to say as well, again, just a big shout out to Carol, who's still out there, and good to see you. And, you know, I hope you accept our offer, and I hope that happens. But True Love, the man who got here first 2 days ago and is still waiting to tell his goddamn story, the most patient of them all, the backwards cap wearing, cigarette smoking, earbud wearing, True Love. tell us the meat, sir, because I heard you've got some fucking rare breed meat for us to feast upon tonight, sir. That sounded really wrong. I just want to say that sounded really wrong. Okay, we're not all feasting upon True Love's meat. Okay, I just want to put that out there just in case that gets soundbited and gets all over his Twitter, or someone just decides to make merch out of that. It's not. It's a story. Carry away.
No, we need to make a shirt out of that. That sounds True Love's meat. So, okay, guys. I don't really exactly know where I left off at yesterday, but I do got a lot of meat, and I got a lot of potatoes, and I got a lot to talk about. But I'm just going to kind of cut to the chase because, realistically, Holly, again, just lit a fire up under my ass, and I've been talking about her story for over a year. But I'm going to rewind it back a little bit. I'm going to do a little recap. I'm going to rewind a little bit here because that's where, like, I really came into the picture with getting everything coming out. I was, initially like a huge whistleblower, or the first whistleblower. I mean, I don't know, Amy Lee. I never heard of that story, but so in my opinion, I thought I was the first whistleblower. Maybe Amy Lee was, so I'll give her credit to that. But anyways, we're going to rewind before Holly and all that interaction ever happened. I'm going to talk very briefly on my experience at Mckamey Manor because there wasn't much of an experience. It was, I felt like a big ripoff. I felt like a dirty bastard on the way driving home from Mckamey Manor. Yeah. So did we talk about the Daniela tour? Do you want me to touch on that at all?
I think we might have touched on it last night, but you can give like the Cliff Notes version of that and go straight into your other section if you want. It's completely up to you, brother.
Yeah, because there's a lot to talk about, and my story's it's pretty big, and I don't want to just keep talking about repetitive shit. So basically, the Daniela tour was something that I had convinced Russ, because what Justin Wolf was just saying, all that crazy, stupid bullshit that he was doing in his front yard, that's what I wanted to avoid. I didn't want to have to do any of that shit. So basically, Russ presented a proposition to me about basically humiliating myself on a live Facebook stream in front of the whole entire closed group. So hundreds of people were prepped and ready to go bag of popcorn. And I made myself look like a big chick, and I was dancing in front of my old neighbor, Shirley. She's like an 80-year-old woman. I'm doing this big old chicken dance in my work clothes and my work boots. And I'm like yelling over to my neighbor, Shirley, like, "Hey, Shirley, I'm a big old chicken," calling myself these crazy names and humiliating the crap out of myself. And I did that for like 5 minutes, begging and pleading not to do that stupid bullshit because obviously, I'm a smoker. Yeah, I do kind of remember talking about this last night. So I wanted to avoid all of that. And
yeah, exactly. That was the main thing that made you stand out, right? Was because you wanted to just take it full on, skip the bullshit, and let's just go straight into the meat. And that's
right. And it kind of changed the game a little bit because actually after the fact of me going through, they dubbed it the Daniela tour, Daniela being a girl name and I'm Dan or Daniel, blah, blah, blah. So,
fuck. Is that what that means? Okay. Right. I got you now. So, right. I'm with you.
I watched that video today.
I'm with you.
So, okay. We're on the same page with everything here.
Noob. I'm such a Mckamey Manor noob. Like, honestly, people keep saying shit, and I'm like, fuck, that's what that means. Oh, it makes fucking sense. Right, okay, so let's pretend like that didn't happen, and I already knew exactly what you were talking about. We'll edit that out in the video. Don't worry. Hollywood magic. This is where the Hollywood magic comes in, right? So don't worry about that.
Yep. It's a snap of the finger. Okay.
Yeah. And we're back in the room.
All right, so me and my girlfriend, Allie, we drive down to Tennessee, and, I live in St. Louis. He's in Tennessee, so 6.5 hour drive. Not a big deal. But, we're on low expenses as it is. He made me do a $120 deposit, non-refundable. And I'm like, what's up with this? I thought it was like a, you know, 2 bags of dog food to get into this place. And he's like, oh, no. You need to, you know, make this non-refundable donation of $120, blah, blah, blah. So let me just walk through my tour real quick, because I didn't have to do all that crazy bullshit Justin had to do with doing all the front yard shit, because I pretty much knew that was going to kill me because I'm a smoker. So literally all I was doing that day was sitting on his front porch. I was smoking a cigarette before my tour even started. This is a secret. Don't tell Russ. But I drank a beer before my tour even started. So I'm breaking rules all over the place.
Oh my God. You may have just broken your contract with Mckamey Manor. How can you live with yourself?
And actually, that's the first time I've ever even talked about that. Yeah, I mean, only like maybe a small handful of people knew that I drank a beer before my tour even started. So I wanted to make sure I was like comfortable and in the zone, because I was nervous as hell. I was going into the famous Mckamey Manor. But
can admins take a note of Matthew Hope? Matthew Hopes. It's up on the screen.
Hopes, yeah, I already written down.
Grab that down for me. That'd be great. Cheers,
guys. That's the Army Ranger.
That's the Army Ranger. Again, I totally know who that is, but for the people who don't know, maybe you could fill us in.
Yeah, so I'll stop right here, and I'll kind of give a quick insight on Matt Hops.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes.
Yes. So Matt Hops, this was when I was still a moderator for Mckamey Manor, and there was a character, Matt Hops, Army Ranger. He wanted to go through the tour, and so I just talked about the Daniela tour. So me and Russ had this saying, like, well, if you can get people to go through the Daniela tour, that's fine. So I tried. That was my thing, was as a moderator, try to get everyone to do the same tour that I had to do. But Russ had to like try to convince people to not do it and not to make themselves look like a big old sissy like I did, apparently. So Matt opted out for the Daniela tour. He did not want to do that. And Matt Hops was a beast. Dude, this dude, like, he was going on Facebook live streams. He literally picked up, I guess, from a pet store. He bought himself a live scorpion. Live. It was still kicking, and it had the tail on it and everything. He freaking sitting by a campfire drinking whiskey like a damn cowboy Army Ranger that he is. And
I just want to point out that Carolina in the side chat is having a fucking meltdown, right? So I'm just going on to Facebook. I think I'm already in contact with Matt, and I'm too much of a fucking idiot to realize who he was. Just give me a second, right? Because there's Amy Lee as well, right? So we've got Amy Lee now. I'm in contact with Amy Lee. That's fine. Welcome, Amy Lee. Who the frick was it? It was in here. It was in here. Is it? Who the hell are we talking? It's someone called Trent McConnell as well. I don't know who Trent McConnell is, but he's here. So I don't have a contact for Matt.
Something's cutting out really bad. It's cut. What'd you say? It was cutting out really bad.
Yeah, I've made contact with Amy Lee. I'm just going to ping her a message now. Hello. So that is the base touch with Amy Lee. I don't have a contact for Matt.
I'm looking up one to try to see if I can find something.
So just so you know, Carolina, if anyone is, hang on a second, here's another one. Checking.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get blown up right now.
None of these people are that person either. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I don't have a contact with them. So I'm just saying all are welcome, and bring on Matt's Hope. He's legit ex-Army Ranger. Okay, so Matt, if you're watching, if I'm too much of a fucking idiot and Matt's in the side chat over here, right? I do apologize. This is one of these reasons why television companies have massive teams of people. So if anyone out there can...
Supposedly he's in the chat.
He's in the chat. Okay, great. So if somebody who knows Matt can connect us on Facebook, that would be wonderful. If one of the Facebook groups could help me out there, or if Matt could DM me, or if I could probably just post my freaking Facebook in the side chat, that would probably make more sense, Ron. Yes, a good idea, Ron. Idiot, Ron. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put my Facebook here, and if oh no, I don't know if that is my Facebook. Yes, it is.
Matt says you're not too much of an idiot, so
I'm getting there. Where is he? Where are you all talking to Matt? Where is this?
He's in the YouTube. YouTube's Matthew Hopes.
He's in the tubes.
He's in the tubes, man.
I literally I cannot see a single message from anyone called Matt Holmes.
Sorry for bad English. He's
Like
inside.
literally nothing. There is nothing here. You're all imagining this shit. I'm not the crazy one.
You literally right where you put the Facebook post above it. Right above it.
I see him. I see him. Oh,
there he is.
Oh man, right. Okay.
That was awesome.
We have you there. Okay. Because it's okay. So now what do we do? Okay, Matt, I've sent my Facebook. Okay, hang on. My name is Ron Swanson, and this is the Facebook link to my page. Is that right? You should be able to click on some shit there and to get to me there, Matt. But yeah, while we're doing all of that and I'm having a freaking freak out in the side, we'll let freaking, for the 19th attempt of Poor True Love Story, we'll get back to what you're saying. So yeah, carry on with what you're saying. I'll get on the, I'm going to get on the Matthew Hope's case now, Carol. Okay, Carolina. Okay, I can tell that you've been blowing into a fucking paper bag, right? We got him. We did it. Pat on the back. You are the lady of the moment with that, because without your spamming capabilities, this wouldn't be happening. So congratulations and thank you. I really appreciate that. So yeah, carry on.
Well, do you want me to talk about Matt, or do you want me to let Matt talk for himself and me just continue on?
No, yeah. I will let. Now that I'm getting there with Matt, I'll let Matt talk about himself.
Okay.
Yeah, carry on.
Matt Hops is a beast, though. So that you got kind of a side little snippet of kind of his story, but he can tell his own. So there you go.
Yeah.
Well, now my ADD kicked in, and I'm trying to figure out where I was.
Yeah, you got up to the point where you said you'd had a beer at the start of it. Nobody much knew about that.
Oh, okay.
So you had to explain to me what the goddamn Daniela tour was, because I'm just a total gimlet. So just carry on from where you were. You know where you are.
Okay. All right. So I'm just gonna kind of sum everything up. Not much really happened. I signed that 40-page waiver. And I kind of want to talk about that waiver after I kind of tell my story just a little bit. I kind of want to talk about that waiver because I think that's actually a really huge part that a lot of people don't realize. Plays a bigger part than more people do realize. Okay, so that's a side note for myself when I go back into that later. Realistically, I'm just sitting on his porch all day. He's sitting inside of his house. I hear him talking on the Facebook Live. I hear him talking possibly to Holly, which Holly was not there for my particular tour. She was already in Texas, or I don't know if she was in Texas or wherever she was staying at that particular time. She was not there for my tour, but she knew very much of who I was, this and that. I was a moderator for the page. So I'm getting close to being done with my contract. And Russ comes out with his phone in hand. He's doing shooting a Facebook Live, and he basically gives me this 2-paragraph long safe phrase to memorize verbatim. And basically, I fail. He gives me like 5 tries. We'll say 5 tries. It may have been more, may have been less, but we'll just say 5 for Pete's sake. I couldn't get it verbatim. So basically, at that point, he said my tour was done. I had already failed. So he gave me 2 options at that point. One was a breaker, which a breaker, if you don't know, since you're such a noob, Mr. Ron, a breaker is something that is supposed to break you automatically. And it's something that is so extreme, so devastating that basically no human should be able to like really get past that. Or my second option was on a little hook on his front porch. He had a pair of rusty ass old scissors that looked like he bought out of a thrift shop. So he's like, you can choose option 1 or option 2. The breaker that he had, actually he pulled out onto his front porch, but it was covered by a sheet and you couldn't see what was under it. So then he gave me 5 chances to figure out what was underneath the sheet. And if I couldn't figure that out, then I had to basically cut my girlfriend's hair. And I was not willing or really wanting to do that, except for the fact that my girlfriend, Allie, was totally down for me to cut her hair. That was something that she actually, believe it or not, I had no idea that she had this thought in her head, but she had wanted to do this at least once in her life, was get her hair completely cut. She had beautiful, long, brown, silky hair. It was halfway down to her ass. I mean, I loved the long hair that she had going on, but she wanted to see me succeed. She knew my will to fight and push through tough times, and she thought that I had all the capabilities in the world to make it at least 1 second or 1 minute and break some sort of record in this Mckamey Manor. She knew that I was obsessed with it. She hated the fact that I was obsessed with Mckamey Manor at the time. I was a big moderator in the group and all that bullshit. But she loves me enough to let me physically cut her hair and push me through to the manor. So I was talking to her, me and her had a conversation about it, and she's like, for real, cut my hair. I don't care. I really do not care. So the dude sets up freaking cameras in every single angle, and this was all off of a live stream or whatever, and he's like, this is crazy. He's like, you guys are you guys are gonna be so whatever. I don't know. He's just like blowing everything out of proportion. He's just so ecstatic about everything. He's like, this is amazing. And just like his demeanor and the way he was talking about it, like he was like really like getting off on it. Like, I don't know. I reflect back onto it, and it really kind of like grosses me out, like how excited he was getting about me having to do that.
That's one of the things I think is completely mirrored in everyone's story, is this. I mean, whether it's Holly and her poor dog, whether it's how he treated Carol, how he treated Holly herself, how he treated Holly when she was ill, all of this power trip. And you said to me the other night, you had to have a reminder of that for months, looking at your poor girlfriend, and that is definitely a predestined thought process that he wanted, and that is dark, dude. That is dark.
And I really did not think about that until I saw that comment on one of my YouTube videos that I put on my channel, and it was a known psychiatrist talking about, you probably didn't think about it at the time, that Russ did that so that you can think about Russ basically on a daily basis whenever you see her and you see her hair and how short it is, and he's going to be basically imprinted into your brain as long as her hair is short, more or less. So yeah, that it is very sick. It's very dark, and that's very much his thought process. So let me kind of just, all right. So basically, I cut her hair. He let me go into the tour. I got all my fail cards back, all that bullshit, and he, puts the goggles on my face, wraps my face up in duct tape, and I'm going straight into the tour. I really don't want to touch too much on it because it's not really anything crazy, but and I actually have the whole video of me explaining the whole entire thing on my channel, but I'm just gonna barely touch on it. But it wasn't anything special. I know my sense of direction, even if my eyes are closed. We more or less left his house, but I'm completely blindfolded. I can't see anything. I got a mask over my face. I got these rubber lips, which was my idea to implement into the tour. So I'm wearing these embarrassing things in my mouth that was actually like kind of funny that it was my idea. But we drive around more or less in a big circle, drive around a couple miles, and I feel like we just come back to the same property. It feels like the same driveway we left from. And we walk into the grass, and we walk into like an enclosed area, suppose like a barn. He sits me up on this container, and before I know it, I feel a hand push me back. I'm getting flown backwards into a huge tub of water, and his hand is on my chest, trying to hold me underwater, but I'm flying backwards. So you got water going up my nose. I'm wearing this big thing that's like got my mouth open this wide, and it's just going down my throat automatically. And I automatically shot up, and, I couldn't breathe. I was automatically suffocated. So I freaked out. And then we do a few things. We go to the rat maze, what she called the rat maze. And I had to lay on my back, and I'm crawling through this small contraption where I'm laying on my back, and I got like maybe like half a inch on each side of me. going through different angles of this contraption, and he's spraying water in my face the whole entire time while I'm wearing a ski mask and while I got this lip guard on, and it's just going in my mouth. I'm inhaling water the whole entire time. Do that for a little bit, and then he takes me to a couple other little spots, but it really was not anything crazy. I guess, okay, so the point where I broke in the Mckamey Manor, because I really don't want to talk too much about it, but he takes me to this location called Alice in Wonderland. I climb up on this ladder, and I get into this, like, pit of balls. It's like it felt kind of like the ball pit you would see, like, at a Chuck E. Cheese. And he had me laying down straight on my back. I'm laying down on my back on top of all these balls, and I have to, on my back, kick the balls down, like bury myself basically with these balls. And I started getting claustrophobic, and it's apparently like 5 or 6 feet down that you have to get yourself onto this device that he has like in his words, it's measured for your weight. And once you put your full weight onto this device, it opens up the contraption and you go into this Alice in Wonderland area. But I get maybe like 2 feet down into this little thing, and then all of a sudden, I'm feeling very claustrophobic as it is, and then he starts spraying water all over the place, and I'm wearing the ski mask, and I just jump up, and I threw his camera like 10 feet, I'm sure, and I just scream, I quit. He's like, all right, you're done. And then, so for my exit video, this is kind of interesting, but not a lot of people probably really talk about, but he was saying right before he started his little Facebook Live thing, he's saying, hey, I need you to sound more scared than what you sound right now. I need you to like be more shaky and more freaked out, because you're not really that freaked out. Because I really wasn't scared. I was just tired of being, more or less waterboarded all damn day. So that wasn't, the whole entire experience was not a scary experience for me. I was just literally done of being inside of his little so-called manor, which is his backyard. I could totally tell it was the whole entire time. The 3 hours of water getting shoved down my throat and up my nose and all that BS. And he wanted me to sound more scared than I was. So I put on more of a little bit of an act for my exit video. So that was my experience inside the Mckamey Manor. There's more information on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. But that's not really.
I'm sorry to interrupt you there. I finally touched base with Matt. So what I'd like to do is use the last little bit of this show just to introduce Matt, let him tell his introduction, and then tomorrow, if Matt's available, we'll come back and give the meat of his story. Now, for those of you who weren't here last night, the reason that I keep these videos to a couple of hours and we don't just keep going and getting more people on is so when people come to watch this back, nobody's information is lost. The retention of an audience in a 2.5 to 4 hour long video halves when you keep it around 2 hours. So I don't want anybody's information to be lost. So we're going to get Matt on and get him on for a bit of an intro, and then tomorrow we can start off with the meat of Matt's story, because I imagine just by what everyone's been saying, he's got a good story to tell. So Matt is on his way. So I think when everyone kind of sees this series taking formation, and they've heard True Love, they've heard Wolf, they've heard Josh, we've heard from Holly. I'm currently talking to Carol on Facebook. We've got Matt coming, we've got Amy Lee, and we also have Trent, another gentleman that I'm speaking with, all lined up as well. I also have a couple of surprises for you guys lined up with ex-staff members and actors that I'm going to be interviewing. And there's a lot coming on this. It's just, there's a lot to get through. Do you know what I mean? So we just got to keep it in format. So we'll just let Matt figure out what's going on, and when he joins us, we can get introduced in there. But listen, anyone who wants to come and join us on Discord, feel free to do so, and make sure that you let yourself be known. We're going to probably do a voice chat after this, a little after chat. If anyone wants to come and talk to us there, you're more than welcome. If anyone can't figure out the security or anything like that, the admins will be monitoring the probation room as we call it. And also, we do have a Reddit page. If any of you are yes, as well. I forgot about this lovely couple. Yes, of course. We will get that sorted for the next stream. So yes, we will do that as well. So anyone, like I say, I'm going to set up a room for people who have questions for Holly. I imagine it would make sense to do the exact same for Carol, and just get some questions pre-ready. Get some questions ready, and yeah, just go from there. But certainly, Matt, if you are able to, you're more than welcome to come on and join us. And I'm just going to deal with my overwhelming sense of dehydration.
What's that you're drinking?
What's that? That's Razor Wire, baby. Code Rawan. Links in the description. Gotta love those plugs. This is how I feed my children. Everyone, just, when you're wondering why Ron keeps plugging shit, just remember the hungry Scottish children. All right. Okay, shoes aren't cheap. So yeah. So we're going to keep, like I said, we're going to keep this series going. And if Matt's having any issues getting on this evening, it doesn't mean that he's lost his chance. Doesn't mean anyone who feels like they've been trying to tell me to talk to someone or anything like that. I'm getting there with it all. Don't worry, everyone is going to get a chance to tell their story. And I just want to say thanks to the panel members for just stepping forward and saying, you know, to put Holly on first and everything like that. I appreciate that that courtesy. My asshole German Shepherd, who got told to come in the room, is now whining and scratching at the door. So just give me a minute while I go and fucking serve the dog. Give me a minute.
That was great. We had Holly on there. I mean, she was pretty much the star of the show. I mean, a lot of people wanted to hear from her. But I just think she's like really brave for doing what she's doing and standing up. And,
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. Just remember the hungry Scottish children. Yeah, that's it, man.
Amazing person, though.
Ron?
Yeah.
How'd you change your duck logo?
Well, you got to sign up with the link below if you want to stream like this with the funky branding. We'll get like we'll get a nice little. I think what we'll do is we'll get some Ross Mckamey memes to just start posting up in the top corner here. So if anyone's good at cutting Ross McKinney's face out of stuff, oh yeah, don't think we're fucking above taking the fucking low road on the memes, bitch. All right. I'm gonna meme the fuck out of you. This is journalism, motherfucker. This is YouTube. This isn't fucking the Discovery Channel or some shit. I can take the fucking low road. Just wait till the Small Business Bureau comes after you and you're fucking up to your arse and finds you, tit. Fucking total fandan. Fandan. Okay, if you were clothing, you're a fanny pack. Yeah, honestly, right. Anyway, professionalism. I just inhaled part of my own hair. Hang on. Oh man!
Hey, I'm available all week too, by the way. So.
When you watch Vikings and shit, and the guys are running with their axes, no one's inhaling their hair in the movies. Like guys with long, none of it happens that way. If I run for a bus and I've got my hair down, I'm inhaling a good 4 inches of this shit. And you know, it's a hazard, man. It's a health and safety hazard. Ron deep throating his own hair. Oh my god, yes, it's a true thing. Matt, I just.
Looks like his computer died.
Nah.
Well, shit.
Well, we can actually keep this running. True Love, if you want to keep going on with what you were with before.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely can, and I will be here. You know, if you guys want to keep doing these, because I still like that was just like the tip of the iceberg, kind of where my story is. But it gets a lot more meatier and more potato-er, I guess if that's a word, after the fact. I don't know. Are you guys trying to just do like a 2-hour stream tonight, or?
He may keep it going a little bit longer, especially because his net just died, probably, or the fuse blew. So he'll probably want it going a little bit longer. Yeah, he just lost connection. So, yeah, if you have anything more you want to go on about, or Wolf, if you have anything that you wanted to say.
Just one small thing I wanted to say, but I got to plug my YouTube page, the last show or whatever, and because of that, I had like a whole bunch of these guys, like the people that are watching you guys, like subscribe to me, write comments saying, "Oh, hey, I came from you guys' station or whatever. I saw you on there," and I just wanted to thank all the fans, like all you guys as fans for subbing to me yesterday, and you know I got like a whole bunch more subscriptions just because of the show. And I wanted to thank you guys and thank all the fans for doing that.
No, when Ron finds something like this, he wants to get it out there as much as possible and give people every angle, not just one. And that's actually, even with his paranormal series, he wants to give everybody the raw evidence so they can make their own, like,
right.
They can make up their own minds. So getting your channel and being involved in it, it just gives everybody that extra point of view. So
yeah, and thank you for that, though. That was crazy. Like how many people I got just because of that. You guys just mentioned it.
No, and even like I know a bunch of the admins in the chat are mentioning like, hey, let's get Russ on here. Let's hear his side because he's probably watching.
Yeah, sorry about that. Like literally, my router just decided to just go time to restart. It's fucking ridiculous. Like it was so weird because literally after I finished taunting Russ there, all of yous just disappeared, and I was like, oh wow, okay, he is literally Magneto. Great, that's brilliant, that's great. But no, we're okay. Now, okay, let me just get back to trying to get Matt, just in case like I messaged him right at a crucial moment in his life. I literally feel like as soon as I message Matt, he has dropped off the face of the fucking planet. Conspiracies. Oh shit, I'm dropping my phone. But if oh, here he's typing. He's typing. Yeah, trying to get it working. Okay, cool, mate. No problem.
Just to answer people's questions, I'm actually Ron's Maddie. So yeah, when it dies, that's what happens.
It's the Ron and Matty show. Welcome. Yeah. You know how this world. You know how we do this. So yeah, we're back. So yeah, Matt is trying to get on. First time, bear with me. Yeah, it's all good, mate. Don't worry. We're winding down the show. We're definitely going to get you introduced and we'll get you set up and working so that tomorrow night we can come straight in with yourself. Hopefully, we'll arrange something for this week with Carol. I know Carol's got a much more busy schedule than myself, so I'll be working around her. And as well as Holly, so there might be some shifts in the time. It might work in an advantage for our American side of the world viewers. Might not work out so well for the more local viewers, but it'll just need to be what works for the guests this week because we need to get all this out. So yeah. So yeah, a lot of support though. I just want to thank everyone that's been watching in the community. I'm not winding down. I'm just still giving Matt some time. But I think you all really did me proud as a community with the support you've been showing to the guests, especially to I could go on your live Thursday. Okay, tomorrow and have an hour break tomorrow if you want to chat. Awesome. Okay, so that is very possibly Thursday night. Carol is going to come on the live stream and we'll be able to have a chat with her as well. So the saga, the chapters, all of this story is starting to fall into place. And I really feel like this is really starting to come together now. I know you've put your faith in a noob, okay? All right? But I don't need to understand the context to swing the hammer, all right? That's all. I know we're swinging the hammer for the right reasons, so I'm learning as I go. But I think Matt's still having a little bit of trouble, but it's all good. And Matt, like I say, if you don't get on tonight, we've touched base, we're in contact, and we'll start with you tomorrow night, as well as you, Amy, and the gentleman Trent, and the lovely couple as well that emailed me, that contacted me. So what we'll do is we'll maybe see what Holly says about tomorrow. We'll see if anyone else gets in contact, and we'll throw all these guys in for tomorrow evening's chat. Now, tomorrow night on this channel, every Tuesday night, I do a paranormal show. Paranormal stuff is my hobby. When you go on the deep web and you chase some very dark individuals for a living, it's nice to have an outlet, and I like to share my outlets with my community. So we have a whole paranormal series. So if you guys are in a bit of the unknown on the Tuesday, the way I do the show is I collect a bunch of videos, paranormal evidence, I present it to you, and then you get sent a link and you all vote on whether you think it's a pile of bullshit, if you think it's real. You know, you guys get to decide what, you know, is the outcome of these sort of content or these evidence showcases. So it was really good. We started it last week and it was really, really good. And this week we're going to be looking at creatures that have been caught on camera, trail cam, CCTV, all that kind of mythological beast stuff. So the link will be on my main channel. I'll post it in fact, Matt, you could probably figure that out once you're done there. The link for the show is live on the main channel. So yeah, come and join us. It was really good fun. And what time? That is at 11 o'clock, I believe, 11 o'clock tomorrow night, which is whatever time zone you're in now. That's 2 hours ago. We started this stream 2 hours ago. So 2 hours ago from now in your time is when we'll be starting tomorrow. Professionalism.
Yeah, just posted the link in the chat.
Yeah, wicked, man. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a way for us to kind of all interact on a topic that doesn't make us all want to throw ourselves off a bridge. So that's always good, and it's rare on this channel. So ever since I got banned on Omegle, I've not been able to go and put on a big set of fake fucking. I used to stuff my T-shirt right with more T-shirts and position the camera right so they could just see my luscious chest and my luscious hair. And right as they were starting to think what's going on here, you just tilt the camera up. And some people's fucking expressions are priceless. They're priceless. But then they banned me from Omegle for tormenting their people. So no more of that funness, unfortunately. But yeah, I do have a second channel where I do a vlog. If anybody wants to see more of this, you can go and check it out there. Now, Matt, we are kind of getting to the dead zone right now, my brother, and I don't want you. I feel like because you're ex-military, you're probably going to be at the stage where you want to smash your handset or whatever it is you're using right now that is fucking with you. Don't worry, we'll get you on tomorrow, and yeah, Omegle banned me, man. They banned me from the fucking whatever the saucy side is. And I know which guy it was as well. He's a fucking ass bag. He was all cocky in the video, like, oh yeah, you want to have fake titties? Banned. So yeah, but yeah. The first video is live. It's kind of funny. We get some good reactions, so go watch that if you binge watch some Ron. But yeah, Matt, Carolina, he just commented Ron. Oh, he just commented Ron. Oh shit, hang on. All right. I'll add it tomorrow, buddy. I'll add tomorrow. Yes, nice one. Okay, great. So that is definitely Matt confirmed for tomorrow night. I don't want to name the family who I'm talking to. This couple, I've not confirmed if they're anonymous or not. So they'll be joining us. We'll definitely be touching base with Holly. We're touching base with everyone. I'm glad that everyone has really seen that we're not messing around here and you're in safe hands. And I just want to thank everyone from all of the Facebook communities, all the people that are involved in this who've shown me nothing but support, all the nice DMs and the thank yous that have got mean the world to me, the nice comments. It's amazing. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's done that. It means the world. So we're going to wind down now.
There's a meme in your Discord, by the way, if you want to see if it's...
There's a meme already in the Discord.
No, in your DMs in Discord.
In my DMs in Discord. All right.
Just see if it's stream, like...
If it's stream appropriate. Yes. Okay.
We have a couple professional meme makers in the Mckamey Manor talk that do some good ones. So
you know what we should do is just put a post up there, have a contest, just be like, put your best meme on there, let Ron pick one. If you win, he's gonna show it on your show or something. We'll
get that ball. Yeah, we're starting off pretty good. We're starting off pretty good with the Russ memes. I mean, we're starting off fairly light, you know, the smile you make when you know you're a fucking pervert. I think that's a good one.
That's awesome. I like that one.
I think I do like that. In fact, I think what we'll do, right? Let's just show just how professional we are on this channel.
Hey, we're having fun now.
We're into the real professional element of the show now. This is why you all came here. This is why you've chosen me to lead the campaign. Right, what we'll do is go there, and then we just have to find that winning smile. There he is. All right, and then now we should be able to have tiny Russ memes. Yeah, see? There you go. There you go, you fucking knob. Oh, I mean, you gentlemen of the world, you equal human beings, all of us. We're not.
That fucking nose, man. Oh my God.
do you know what I imagine? You know, if I imagine, right, if I bought a human head made out of rubber and left it a little bit too close to a fire, and it just started to slightly melt a bit, and then it rolled over some gravel, and it picked out all the gravel. That's what you're left with.
You got another one?
I've got another one. Okay, one more. Matt is just like on fire right now. What? No, that's triggering as fuck. That's not one. That's new. Oh man. Okay, I think that's enough internet for today. Really, I think that's enough internet for today, people. How do I send a meme? Just join the Discord. Join the Discord. Join the fun. Come on. Oh, we're all grown-ups here. Let's get this before this whole fucking thing just goes downhill, right? Let's just get the fuck out of here before this falls apart. So everyone, thank you very much to the panel. Thank you very much to Matty. Thank you very much to the Fuse Box for only going out like twice. Thank you to Wolf. Thank you to fucking True Love. Thank you to Josh from earlier. Big thanks to Holly, and a preemptive thanks to Carol and everyone else who's coming on. And I just want to say I love you all. And thanks all to the channel members and everyone. You guys are fucking
Thanks for having us, man. You're awesome, man.
Hey, I'll be here all week if you want me more.
Same.
Yeah, listen, man. We'll all be getting involved all week, so don't worry. There might be a lot of like chopping in and changing in. We might have like a half-hour section where everyone that's everyone that's been involved throughout the week can kind of jump in and tell new bits or post stuff and all the rest of it. So it's an evolving show, and I can't wait to see where we take it all. So thank you, everybody, for your attention. It's been a long one, and where it's only going to continue tomorrow night. Paranormal. Check the links in description. Check out the Patreon. Check out these guys' pages. I will get all the links collated. Come and join us on Discord. We're going to have a little after chat. Big shout out to the admins, all my team, everyone who makes all of this shit possible. The fact that Matty, if you stand up, you can have Russ's head. Like if you could line your, there we go.
Oh, man.
Oh yes, we should just do a night where you pretend to be Russ and we interview.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
We'll put out some hardcore fake news. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh my god. I'm like what we need, right, is we need some PNGs of like transparent backgrounds of Russ cut out facing forward with a neckline so that it can fit over Matty, not because we're making fake news, not because we're going to start any propaganda, because we're just on the internet, mate. Wait until all this shit ends up on the Reddit page. Right. Catch us all in the next one. We'll be back tomorrow night. And yeah, thank you very much. From me, Ron Swanson. As always, guys and girls, as Ron searches for the end button, be safe out there. And thank you all.
See you guys later.